Get checked.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Monday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some clouds as well as some high pressure that'll keep us dry as we head through most of the week into the weekend as well. Let's take a live look right now at downtown Utica. There's those clouds that I was just speaking of, and these are actually associated with Tropical Storm Imelda, even though it's well to the south of our area and won't have any impact on us. But as far as our temperature right now, I'll talk more about those clouds in a second. 71 degrees, winds out of the west at 5 miles an hour, and it feels very comfortable with a dew point of 50 out there right now. Many of us to the northwest are into the lower 70s, but down toward the south and east, we have many spots into the middle and upper 60s, and this is right where we should be, in fact, a little bit above that for this time of year, September 29th. Other numbers from around the region, mainly in the 70s right now, so we're in good company out there across most of the northeast and southern Canada. And back toward the west, we do have some areas that are into the 80s right now. I don't think we'll tap into that, but we'll have temperatures tomorrow that'll be into the middle and upper 70s, which is actually near record for this time of year and well above average for this time of the year before we see that taste of fall Wednesday and Thursday, the first few days of October. And then temperatures launch back into the 70s Friday through Monday of next week and basically dry that entire time. As far as the tropical satellite is concerned, we of course do have Category 4 Hurricane Umberto, which is passing to the east of Bermuda, but closer to the coast we do have Tropical Storm Imelda. It is expected to become a Category 1 hurricane by late tonight or early tomorrow morning. Winds right now 65 miles an hour, moving to the north at 9 miles an hour. But what's going to happen, initially we thought it was going to go into the Carolina and Georgia coast, but it is expected to be absorbed by Hurricane Umberto, and that's the reason why we're seeing the clouds right now. And we initially thought that we were going to see some rain, some residual moisture from Imelda, but because it's going to be absorbed by Umberto, that looks like no longer the case. High pressure, our fair weather friend, keeping things high and dry, also helping in keeping Imelda at bay. But as far as the radar is concerned, again, radar is free and clear of precipitation. That's the way it's been for most of the month of September, unfortunately, which is good news for any outdoor plans, but not so good for any of you who are farmers, gardeners, as well as our plants. They need a drink of water. Overnight tonight, we'll keep things dry. We'll just have a lot of clouds out there, maybe some of that valley fog as well. Temperatures in the upper 40s and lower 50s. And then as we head through our Tuesday, we'll see a lot of sunshine that'll help boost our temperatures into the middle and possibly the upper 70s. As I mentioned, well above average for this time of year, but then we start to cool things down as we head through tomorrow night into Wednesday. Temperatures tonight, again, in the 40s and 50s. Tomorrow in the lower and middle 70s. And it looks like we'll keep things dry as we head into the weekend, and we see a few clouds here and there, but not seeing the rain that we were expecting originally. But again, tomorrow's very warm. It's a little bit cooler than average for Wednesday and Thursday before we see the very warm conditions return for the end of the week into the upcoming weekend. Dorian, I'll send things back to you.
Thanks, Jordan.
Is brought to you by Nye Automotive Group. Come see why it's gotta be Nye. Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Monday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some warmer than average temperatures to start and end the week with a taste of fall in between. It is fall after all, so it should feel like it. But let's take a live look right now at downtown Utica, where it's kind of fall-like out there right now. Current temperature 56 degrees with calm winds, and we'll end up in the middle and upper 40s and the lower and middle 50s right now, or overnight tonight. And right now the dew point is at 53, so that is going to drop a few more degrees, and that's going to allow the temperature to drop a few more degrees. But we have areas 50s, I should say, area-wide, lower to middle 50s, maybe a few upper 50s after we got into the middle and upper 70s today, well above average for this time of year. And that means that compared to where we were at this time last night, we're generally within a couple of degrees on either side of where we were last night. Temperatures over the next few days, meanwhile, are largely going to be above average, tomorrow especially. Not so much Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday and Thursday will actually be a little bit below average to start the month of October. But then we go right back up into the lower and middle, maybe even the upper 70s by the time we head toward Friday and into the weekend. As far as Tropical Storm Imelda is concerned, from the 8 p.m. advisory, it's moving to the north at 9 miles an hour. It is still a tropical storm with winds of 65 miles an hour. And as we head through tomorrow morning, it's going to turn more toward the northeast and also become a Category 1 hurricane with winds of 75 to 80 miles an hour. And then to the east of that is Category 4. Previously it was a Category 5 hurricane Hurricane Umberto. And the reason why it's not coming straight to the north is because, Imelda that is, I should say, is because not only will it be kind of absorbed by Umberto, but we also have high pressure closer to home, keeping things high and dry and keeping Imelda at bay. So initially it looked like it was going to come to the north and bring us some beneficial rainfall, especially Sunday and Monday, but now that looks to be no longer the case because it will take that turn over toward the northeast. Back here closer to home, however, things are high and dry. The radar is free and clear of precipitation, and I expect it to remain that way through the day tomorrow and through most, if not all, of this week. May not be until we get to Tuesday of next week that we may see the chances from showers, but obviously keep an eye here. We'll let you know if that changes. Tomorrow we'll see a lot of sunshine, temperatures making their way into the middle and upper 70s, which is the record. The record is in the upper 70s, so we could be within a few degrees of that. And then tomorrow night we'll see some wind as well as some clear skies. That means temperatures will drop into the 30s and 40s. We'll be actually a lot warmer than that overnight tonight, 40s to right around, if not just above 50. Tomorrow getting into the lower and middle 70s. And as far as the early look at the weekend, we'll see a lot of sunshine and things again well above average for this time of year. Don't expect any precipitation to move our way until maybe Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. But in the meantime, we'll enjoy the sunshine, the very warm conditions that will be with us for most of the week, with the exception of Wednesday and Thursday, which are the first 2 days of October. And it'll actually, as I mentioned, be a little bit below average, but still mostly sunny. You really can't complain about that. The only ones complaining are our plants and our gardens because they could use some rain. Dorian, back to you.
Yeah, and sports aren't complaining.
Your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Monday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some summer-like weather to start and end this week with a bit of a fall preview sandwiched in between. So let's take a look right now, I should say, at the temperatures for today. The high today, 76 degrees, low 51. I expect us to have basically a carbon copy of that during the day tomorrow, and both of those numbers are above average. A couple of degrees above average for the low, which the average is 48, and will be well above average again tomorrow. The average high for this time of year is 67, so it'll be almost a full 10 degrees above that. Obviously not anything record-breaking today. 90 is the record high, 30 is the record low, although the record high tomorrow is in the upper 70s, so we could be close to that. As far as the numbers from this morning, we had some areas that were down into the lower and middle 40s to the north and east, and same thing down toward the southwest, the usually cooler spots, but most of the rest of us were in the middle and upper 40s to right around, if not just above 50, and some of those warmer spots. And then this afternoon we saw a lot of sunshine and some clouds associated with Tropical Storm Imelda, and we'll see some more of those mainly in the mid and higher levels of the atmosphere tomorrow. But we rebounded nicely into the middle and upper 70s in some locations, and again we'll be within a degree or two of that again during the day tomorrow with a lot of sunshine. Let's take a look here at the numbers from where we're going over the next couple of days. We'll have Wednesday and Thursday temperatures a little bit cooler than average. Again, the average for this time of year in the upper right corner is 67. Tomorrow, or Wednesday and Thursday, will be around 65. But again, tomorrow, well above average for this time of year, 76. And that fall preview only lasts briefly. As you'll see, by Friday, we'll get to around 70 degrees yet again, and we'll be in the middle and upper 70s by the time we head towards Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So October starts, it cools down briefly, but it doesn't last long. We'll get back into the 70s to right around 80 degrees by the weekend. As we head through the overnight hours, we'll still see some of those clouds, and then we'll see some patchy fog in some of the valley locations as well. But again, tomorrow will warm up nicely into the middle and upper 60s to the lower and middle 70s, a degree or two or within that of where we were today. But tomorrow night, the winds switch over to the northwest, and we'll see clear skies. The winds could be quite gusty at times tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. And lows tonight will again be in the upper 40s to lower 50s. Our highs for tomorrow will be in the upper 60s to the lower middle 70s, well above average for this time of year. And a preview into the weekend, things staying high and dry with high pressure still in control. Although it looked like initially we could see some showers thanks to Tropical Storm Imelda, but now with it staying offshore, that looks like no longer the case. It looks like we remain dry through the start of next week, and very warm as well, with possibly some rain not coming in until next Tuesday, even if we get any. So while it may be good for our outdoor plans, definitely not looking good for our plants or our gardens or any farmers that there are out there. And in the meantime, Dorian, I'll send things back to you.
Thanks, Jordan.